Today, we're discussing the 5 best banks for nonprofits. Not only are we going to compare the pros and cons of the top 5 services, but we're also going to discuss what you'll need to open a bank account for a nonprofit organization. So before we get to our top 5 banks, let's dive into what you are going to need to get your nonprofit bank account set up. The first thing that you need is your employer identification number, or EIN. That's your tax ID number. The second thing is proof that your company is a nonprofit. And this can include documents like articles of organization, charter, and any other legally recognized document. And finally, you're going to need a government-issued ID and social security number for every single person in your company that will be able to make transactions on behalf of the company. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the top 5 best banks for nonprofits. Number 1, Novo. Novo isn't technically a bank, it's an FDIC-insured platform that acts like a bank in many different ways. But it might as well be the best bank possible for all kinds of nonprofits. But it is missing one crucial feature. We'll start off with the positives though. So this is a bank with almost no hidden fees at all. There are next to no startup costs with this bank, which is crucial for a lot of small nonprofits. It's also highly convenient and easy to use. It's primarily a digital banking service, although you can withdraw as much cash as you'd like from an ATM for free. Their online support is next to none, and so is their app. But the one big downside is that Novo lacks cash deposits. And if that's something you need, you might want to check out the next bank on our list. But before that, I'm going to mention real quick that there is a link in the description below for the banking services mentioned. It is an affiliate link, which means you get the best possible promotions available, and we may make a commission as well. Smart nonprofits know they need to move quickly to grow, so check out those links right away. Number 2, Bank of America. Bank of America doesn't really need an introduction, does it? The great thing about it is its vast network, and you'll get support in almost every corner of the US, if not the entire world. It's more of a traditional bank, and it's the go-to for most nonprofits looking to open their first account. They also arguably have more support for nonprofits, especially when it comes to financing, more than any other bank out there. If the lack of cash deposits was a deal breaker for you when it came to Novo, then Bank of America is by far the next best alternative to it. Number 3, Bluevine. Bluevine isn't a traditional bank, but a FICA-insured platform that acts similarly to a bank. Regardless, opening a Bluevine account can be great for your nonprofit. For starters, Bluevine has one of the best checking accounts you can open right now. It has no monthly fees, no transaction fees, or any hidden charges. There's a 1.5% APY on qualified balances up to $100,000, as long as you either spend $500 a month on your Bluevine debit card or you receive $2,500 per month in customer payments directly into your account. As for the downsides, the lack of branches can be a pain sometimes, and there are very high charges for cash deposits. But still, if you're gonna go digital, Bluevine is a great option. Number 4, Tiaa Bank. Tiaa Bank is another great option for nonprofits. Much like Bluevine, Tiaa also gives you an annual percentage yield. But unlike Bluevine, there are no minimum requirements you have to meet. Although the yield is a lot lower, 0.1% versus 1.5% for Bluevine, it's still a great feature. Aside from that, there are a few downsides. For example, if you want to waive financial fees, you need to have a minimum balance of $5,000. You also need to make a minimum deposit of $1,500 to the start of the account. Overall, Tiaa can be a bit restrictive to say the least, but it's still a great option. Number 5, Axos. Another traditional bank, Axos doesn't offer APY or anything else like that, but it does make it extremely easy for any nonprofit to open a bank account. There are no monthly fees, minimum balances, or minimum deposits, and all ATM fees are refunded. However, cash deposits can only be made at Green Dot locations, and they're subject to a $4.95 fee per deposit. Overall, this is still a pretty great balance between all of the banks we mentioned, but Axos isn't particularly good at any of its features. It only tries to balance them. So if you're not using cash in your nonprofit, Novo is a great option for you. But if you do have cash needs, then a traditional banking service would probably fit you best. Now, if you're going to have employees at your nonprofit, then you're going to need a payroll service you can trust. check out the video on the screen that's going to walk you through Gusto Payroll and why it's such a great payroll service. Bye everyone, I'll catch you guys on the next video.